What's good, YouTube? It's OTSLee here, and today I'm about to rank Call of Duty Modern Warfare's 2 maps from best to worst. Now keep in mind, this is my opinion, so if you have other opinions, comment down below. Let me know your favorite map, your least favorite map. I'm sure we probably all have a favorite map and a least favorite map, so comment down below. And after you do that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed. Turn on the notification bell for future video alerts. And leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this. Now there are 10 maps like I said, so I'm going 1 through 10 and I'm starting at the best map. Now the first map that I like is MW2 Fortress. Now I might butcher some of these names, but just work with me, you know what I'm getting at. Now MW2 Fortress is one of my favorite maps in this game. It flows well, especially in hardpoint and domination. Some of the games I like to play more, and I think that is a really good map. Now there are spots for camping, but it's not too crazy like some of the other maps. You got some windows that you got to worry about, but aside from that, I think it's really good. And I also feel like you can use any weapon in this map. You can snipe if you want, shotgun, SMG, or AR, and that's why I think this is the best map in my opinion. Now the number 2 map on this list is Mercado Las Almas. This is a really good map. It's one of my favorite maps as well. That's why I have it so high. I like the fact that you can flank outside when most people do like to camp in the middle. But aside from the camping, I think it's really good. I also think the location to be in, like capture the flag, is in a good spot. You can't really camp it too hard. Now you got people who hide like in a little market way. The fact that you can go through 2 angles and get a kill is really good. And I feel like it makes it more challenging to get that B spot. All in all, I really love this map, and that's why I have it number 2. Now the REENBERGH Hotel, I really like. It could have been number 2, but I feel like sometimes people could be lazy and people can camp in certain spots. I had one game that just really made this map a little bit annoying to me. Somebody was laying down on the stairway for like the entire game, and I thought it was super annoying. This is probably one of the main reasons why I have it number 3 instead of number 2. But overall, I do think it's a good map. For most like hardpoint, capture the flag, and domination, I think this is a really well executed map. It makes it really challenging to get B as well. I feel like, you know, I can get a lot of kills in this map as well, so that's why I really like it. For number 4 on the list, we have HYDROELECTRIC. Now this map is super creative. I do like the fact that you can swim in the water. It can be both a positive and a negative, but for the most part, I like that aspect of the game. But if you're running through that middleman, especially in any type of S&D or anything like that, keep your head on the swivel, you will get popped. Aside from that though, it's really good. I enjoy most game modes that I play in this, and that's why I do have it so high. Number 5 on the list will be ASILO. Now ASILO is one of the better maps that plays well with the majority of multiplayer modes. I've had to deal with too many campers now. Depending on the game mode you're playing, you will have people camping through that middle section, especially where B, again, most of these maps, B is like one of the more challenging spots to get, and that's why you will have some campers there. But again, I think it's really good. I like that too many people don't play on the outside, but the only thing about the outside of that map is you will have those snipers. You may be running on like the very edge of the building, you might get popped by a sniper, and that's why I don't like it. But in all these maps, there's gonna be snipers. People have been hitting some crazy shots recently, so aside from the sniping, I think this map is really good, and being in the middle of the pack, it makes sense in my opinion. At number 6, we got Crown Raceway. This one could be higher. I think it's really one of my favorite maps just for the fact that it's creative. I like the F1 Raceway that they have right here. Now the middle throws me off because you got like the outside, which is a little bit darker, and then you run through that middle and it's so bright. I know people like to hang out on those windows, and if you're running through one of the hallways, you know, you might have somebody crouch walking right there. That's one of the reasons why I have it at number 6. But it isn't one of the worst maps because, you know, the creativity is really cool. At number 7, we have Embassy. Now, Embassy could be higher on a lot of people's lists. You know, I went back and forth with this map right here. Being at number 7, to me, right now, it makes sense. The more I play it, the more I probably like it. Now, one of the worst things I hate about this is like the snipers. I know towards the back of the building, people like to just camp out right there, and even in the 2 window spots at the top. I think, you know, sometimes it could be a little OP, but what I will say is the most dangerous is hitting the corners in that game. You could be just getting up the stairs or something like that, you run through one of the buildings, and next thing you know, you get hit by somebody, whether it's a shotgun or SMG. Don't let it be a person with a knife. They might slice your ass real quick. So I actually kind of like it, but I think the more I play it, it could be higher if I did a relist again, but for now it's at number 7. So at number 8, I have Farm 18. Now Farm 18 is one of the interesting maps. Sometimes it can be a little too much, especially if you're playing in that middle section. Again, I always mention the shotgunners. Right now the shotgun is super OP, so if you're running in the middle section of that, especially if you're playing S&D or capture the flag, domination, or hardpoint, and you get anything in that middle, it's lethal, man. People gonna shotgun you right to the head. So that's one of the reasons why I really don't like it. I don't really think it's too much camping. You know, you might get people who sit on that roof over the garage area, but aside from that, it's not the worst. At number 9, we have TARAQ. Now, TARAQ is one of those maps that reminds me of Rust a little bit. I think this map would be a lot better if there weren't so many window openings that you could get sniped or just shot out from. I mean, they have a ton of windows. If you're running through the middle section of any part of that map, you will get popped. I feel like the walls are kind of like clunky. Sometimes you got to jump up over them. Next thing you know, you get shot as soon as you peek your head up. If you like to get high kills on like the camp, this map is the one for you. I'm sure people like that might have it a little bit higher, but for me, I think this is a good spot for it. Oh, and don't let explosive go off in this map. It's already like a little bit dusty or whatever, but once a bomb goes off, grenade, whatever it is, C4, that smoke just stays in that air for too long, in my opinion. And then, you know, it just makes it hard to see. And at the fan favorite, number 10, this map is absolute dog shit. I think it's the worst map they could have added in it. But it's so ironic because I played today just for a little bit and I was getting a ton of kill streaks, more kill streaks than I ever had. Usually I'll back out this map, but since I was playing with a friend of mine, I stayed in. And you know, it's kind of crazy because I really hate this map and I feel like most people do feel the same. I've watched streamers talk about it and it just doesn't make sense. I feel like the cars blowing up is a little too much, especially like, you know, the game is just starting, you running through the carways and whatever, and boom, next thing you know, you blown up. I feel like the people who annoy me the most in this game mode are the snipers and the people who like to sit behind the cars as you're trying to run through the middle section of it, and even the hallways. It just doesn't make sense in my opinion. It could be a good map, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I just have a certain bias towards it, but I absolutely hate this map, aside from the one game I had today when I was getting kill streaks left and right. Number 10, it's the most fitting spot for this map. Whoever liked this map, please comment down below and let me know because we need to talk. I don't understand how anyone likes this map. But that's a wrap for my 1 through 10 ranking from best to worst of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 maps. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, comment down below what you think of my list, what you think you would switch to your top 3 and your last 3, or you can just list your whole 1 through 10 in the comment section. I would appreciate that. Like I mentioned earlier, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My name is OTSLee.